Have you noticed it? That soft padding sound. Those quiet paws, following you from the bedroom to the kitchen, from the kitchen to the living room, from the living room to the bathroom, and back again. You didn't call them. You didn't offer food. You didn't make a sound. And yet, there they are, right behind you. Again. Most people laugh it off. He's just attached, they say. She just loves me, they smile. And they move on without ever asking the deeper question. Why does my dog follow me everywhere? Today, we are going to answer that question. Not with the simple explanation, not with the surface answer, but with the real one. The one that might change the way you see your dog forever. And possibly, the way you see yourself. Behavioral scientists have studied this exact phenomenon for years. They call dogs with intense following behavior Velcro dogs, because they stick constantly, everywhere. The easy explanation is pack mentality. Dogs are descended from wolves. Wolves stay close to their pack leader. You are the pack leader. Therefore, your dog follows you. Simple. Logical.
And only about 20% of the real answer. Because here is what the research actually shows. A study published in the journal Animal Cognition found that dogs don't just follow humans out of instinct. They follow specific humans. The one they have bonded with most deeply. The one they have studied most carefully. The one whose emotional state they have learned to read most accurately. In other words, your dog doesn't follow just any human. They follow you. And that distinction matters more than most people realize. Here is something that will shift everything. When your dog gets up and walks behind you from room to room, they are not being clingy. They are not being needy. They are not being annoying. They are doing something far more remarkable. They are monitoring you. Researchers at the Family Dog Project in Budapest have spent decades studying the relationship between dogs and their owners. One of their most striking findings? Dogs check back on their owners constantly. Not because they are anxious, but because their owner's emotional state directly shapes how they understand the world. If you are calm, they feel safe. If you are tense, they become alert. If you are sad, something shifts inside them. Your dog follows you because you are their emotional compass. You are how they make sense of everything happening around them. Every room you walk into changes when you enter it. And your dog needs to know which version of you walked in. Tense you, happy you, exhausted you, heartbroken you. They need to know, because they have decided that your well-being is their responsibility.
And you never asked them to do that. They simply chose it. Now here is where it gets deeply personal. Pay attention to this part. We live in a world that is louder than it has ever been. Notifications, news, noise. Everyone is reachable. And yet somehow, many people have never felt more invisible. You can send a message to someone on the other side of the world in 3 seconds and still go an entire day without someone truly noticing you were there, without someone registering that you walked into the room, without someone caring where you went. This is the quiet loneliness of modern life. And then there is your dog, who gets up every single time, without being asked, without expecting anything, without needing you to be impressive or entertaining or okay. They simply get up and follow, silently saying something most humans struggle to say out loud. Where Where you go, I go. I notice when you leave. I notice when you come back. Your presence matters to me. In a world that has forgotten how to make people feel seen, your dog has never forgotten. Not once. This is the part that nobody talks about. Following you is not effortless for your dog. When your dog is deeply asleep, warm and comfortable, fully relaxed, and you get up to go to another room, your dog opens their eyes, registers your movement, makes a decision,
Gets up and follows you. Not because they have to, but because being near you is worth more to them than staying comfortable. Think about that for a moment. How many people in your life have chosen your presence over their own comfort? Your dog does it every single day, multiple times a day, without keeping score, without asking for credit, without waiting for a thank you. And what does that reveal about you? It reveals that you have created a bond so strong, so safe, so full of trust, that another living being considers your presence the most valuable thing in their world. That is not a small thing. That is everything. There are documented cases, hundreds of them, of dogs who began following their owners more intensely before something significant happened, before a medical emergency, before a depressive episode deepened, before a life-changing event. Dogs have been documented detecting early-stage cancers simply through smell, detecting dangerous drops in blood sugar in diabetic owners, detecting the subtle physiological changes that precede seizures, sometimes minutes before they occur. Service dogs trained for this purpose can alert their owners with enough time to sit down, call for help, or find safety. But here is what moves people the most. Many dogs who do this are never trained to. They simply noticed. They followed their person so closely, so consistently, so carefully, that they learned the difference between every version of them. And when something changed in a way it shouldn't, they responded. Not because someone told them to, but because their whole life had become an act of quiet, devoted attention to the one person they loved most. Your dog following you everywhere is not a quirk. It may be the most sophisticated form of love you have ever received. Many dog owners describe something that science alone cannot fully explain. A feeling that their dog arrived at exactly the right time. During the hardest year. During the loneliest season. During the moment when they weren't sure they could keep going. And this dog, this particular dog, somehow knew to stay close, knew to press against them when the grief was too heavy, knew to follow them from room to room on the days they could barely function. Across many spiritual traditions, dogs are considered threshold beings. Ancient Egyptians believed dogs could perceive what human eyes could not. Celtic mythology described dogs as guides between this world and the next. Indigenous traditions across many cultures speak of animal companions as spirit guides in physical form. Whether you hold a spiritual worldview or not, something in many people recognizes this truth when they feel it. That the dog following them isn't just following their body. They are following their soul. Staying close to something they were sent to protect. Honoring a bond that may go deeper than any single lifetime. So what do you do with all of this? The next time your dog gets up from their comfortable spot and follows you into an ordinary room for no apparent reason. Stop. Don't wave them away. Don't feel smothered. Don't take it for granted. Turn around. Look at them. Really look at them. Notice the soft steadiness in their eyes. Notice that they are not asking for anything. Notice that they came simply because you moved, and let yourself receive that. Let yourself feel what it means to be loved so quietly and so completely. Because one day, and this is the part that makes dog owners cry, one day you will get up and walk to another room, and the sound of paws will not follow. And in that silence, you will understand everything you had. So for now, while those paws still follow, let them. Kneel down, run your hands through their fur, look into those eyes that have followed you through more than you know, and say what your heart already knows is true. Thank you for always finding me. Thank you for never letting me walk alone. Thank you for following me, even on the days I didn't deserve it. Because your dog's quiet following is not just a behavior. It is a love letter, written in footsteps, delivered every single day, one room at a time. If this video moved something in you, take a moment right now to look at your dog. They're probably closer than you think. They always are.